When will I start to show with my first pregnancy?
By the time your period is due, you will have a positive sign on an early pregnancy test. And a week after that, you should be positive on any pregnancy test.
I mean showing in a way that is obvious to everyone.
Within 3 months, people will think you're showing off your new boob job.
I know your breasts grow almost immediately.
Depending on how fit you are, the bigger breasts may be noticed well before the bigger stomach.
I thought it would be the other way around.
Whether it is women noticing a nice blouse or lower neckline that isn't really lower, or guys paying more attention, that's a lot more acceptable to look at than her stomach.
Yet that's the more obvious indicator.
After all the horror stories of someone asking when the baby is due when she's really not, no, not really.
So, when do you start to show when pregnant?
If you've already had kids, you'll show around 4 months unless you're carrying twins, though if you're overweight, no one may notice for a while longer due to the extra cushion, and if the baby is a preemie or not growing well, it may not show much. If you gain a little weight around the breasts and hips, for really skinny women, it actually looks like you finally developed.
Classically, the big stomach is what develops into the hay. When is the baby due?
The classic baby bump will show for first-time mothers between 3 and 4 months.
That's 12 to 16 weeks.
And remember that at the early stage, it just means the jeans will be harder to close. When you're months away from looking like you are carrying a watermelon below 2 melons.
I've heard it can vary.
Some women bloat really bad in the first trimester, because they aren't drinking enough fluids or eating enough fiber.
That's like bad PMS, plus morning sickness makes it a nightmare.
Bloating isn't as big as a pregnancy belly, but like an early pregnancy, it can make your pants tighter.
What else do I need to know?
By the 3-month mark, the baby is starting to grow and put pressure on the pubic bone, and you'll start to feel pulling on the various tendons.
Of course, it is growing.
But it is only around the 3 to 4 month mark that the uterus expands past the pelvis bone, which is what makes it visible if it isn't further hidden by layers of fat, or held up and in by tight stomach muscles.
I'd hate to have people think I'm a month or 2 farther along because I've got bloating or gas plus pregnancy.
Or twins.
Don't give me a panic attack.
If you're lucky, the early bulge is treated by less soda, more water and oatmeal and the same number of trips to the bathroom. Then it won't show until you're far enough along to safely tell everyone you're pregnant.